You are born on July 18th, 1982. The place is Jamshedpur, a quiet industrial city in India. At first, your life looks ordinary. Your parents are both doctors serving in the Indian Army. Because of that, your childhood never stays still. Every few years, everything changes. A new house, a new school, new classmates who don't know you. You learn very early what it means to be the new girl. The girl who walks into the classroom while everyone else already has friends. Sometimes you feel invisible. Other times you feel like everyone is staring at you. But slowly, you develop a skill that will shape your entire life. You learn how to adapt. You learn how to talk to strangers, how to adjust to new environments, how to rebuild your world again and again. At the time, it just feels exhausting. But years later, you will realize something important. Those constant changes were preparing you for a life far bigger than you imagined. A childhood of constant movement. Growing up in an army family means discipline. Your parents work long hours helping soldiers and their families. At home, they remind you and your brother about something simple but powerful. Education matters. Hard work matters. Character matters. You grow up watching them serve others, and that quietly shapes your own values. But there's another side to this lifestyle. Moving cities repeatedly can be lonely. Every time you finally make friends, it's time to leave again. You pack your bags, you say goodbye, and start over somewhere else. Eventually, life takes you far from India. As a teenager, you move to the United States for school. Suddenly, everything feels different. The language, the culture, the expectations. At first, it's exciting, a completely new world, but the excitement doesn't last long. Some classmates begin noticing your accent, your appearance, your background, and not everyone is kind about it. Some of them make jokes. Some whisper when you walk past. Some openly bully you. For the first time in your life, you feel what it means to be an outsider in a completely different way. You go home after school feeling small. Some days you cry. Some days you wonder if you should just go back home. But deep inside, something begins changing. Instead of breaking you, these moments slowly start strengthening you. You start thinking differently. Maybe the world isn't always fair, but that doesn't mean you stop trying. One evening, you look at yourself in the mirror and make a quiet promise. One day, you will build a life so big that no one can ignore your voice. At the time, it feels like a distant dream, but that promise stays with you. Eventually, you return to India. Back to familiar surroundings, back to family, but something inside you has changed. You've seen more of the world. You've faced challenges that forced you to grow up faster. And now you're beginning to understand your own confidence. Around this time, something unexpected happens. Your family submits your photos to a beauty pageant. At first, you don't take it seriously. Pageants feel like something that happens to other people. Not you, but soon invitations arrive. Interviews, competitions, photo shoots. Suddenly, you're standing on stages in front of large audiences, bright lights shining down, judges asking questions, crowds watching every move you make. At first, it's overwhelming, but then something surprising happens. You realize you're not afraid. In fact, you feel alive, the night that changed everything. The year is 2000. You are standing on a stage surrounded by contestants from around the world. The event is Miss World 2000. Thousands of people are watching in the audience, millions are watching on television. You can feel your heartbeat in your chest. This is the biggest stage you have ever stood on. Then the moment arrives. The host opens the envelope. A pause fills the room. And then you hear the words, Miss World, India. For a moment, you don't move. You're not sure if you heard correctly. Then the crown is placed on your head. The audience erupts in applause. And suddenly, your life changes forever. Winning Miss World brings a kind of attention you were never prepared for. Reporters want interviews. Cameras follow your every step. Your name begins appearing everywhere. At first, it feels surreal, exciting, but also overwhelming. Because fame has a strange side to it. People feel like they know you, even when they've never met you. Some admire you, some criticize you, some analyze every decision you make. Suddenly, your life is no longer private. Everything becomes public. But you learn quickly. If the world is watching, you might as well give them something worth watching. Years later, your life takes another unexpected turn. You meet someone who lives on the other side of the world. A singer named Nick Jonas. At first, it's just conversations, messages, getting to know each other. But over time, something deeper grows. In 2018, the two of you marry in a grand ceremony in Jodhpur, India. The wedding blends traditions from two cultures: Indian ceremonies, Western celebrations. It becomes one of the most talked about celebrity weddings in the world. For millions of fans watching from afar, it feels like a fairy tale moment. But for you, it's simply another chapter of a life that never stops evolving. Sometimes you sit quietly and think about the journey. The small girl who moved from city to city. The teenager who felt alone in a foreign school. The young woman who stood nervously on a stage surrounded by contestants from around the world. None of it was easy. None of it was predictable, but every step shaped you. Every challenge made you stronger. Every risk pushed you forward. And now when you look back at the promise you made to yourself years ago, the promise that one day people would know your name, you realize something powerful. That promise didn't just come true. It became the foundation of a life built on courage, resilience, and belief in yourself. Because sometimes, the biggest dreams begin with a quiet promise no one else hears, except you.